Ladies, gentlemen, let the show begin. Alright, do you like video games? And I know you do. What about entertainment? We got that too. Video game, I'm not a video game. Video game, oh no, what's the name? Video Game Armada. But on the surface, whereas Data's data-ness can be funny, Worf's Worfness can also be funny, but most times he's just a straight man to bounce off of all the time. Mm-hmm.
Push, Keiko, push.
Riker and Geordi, they just were more personable, more likable characters on the surface. But that's why I said 4.5. I can't have Worf too far back because his stories were the most interesting, Mm-hmm. But he's not my favorite character. That's why he's behind Geordi, and he can't beat Picard or Data when it comes to just who they are as characters.
Mm-hmm. Oh, fair enough. Fair enough. I can see that. I don't 100% agree, but I can see your point of view.
Let's see. Now, who's next? It's gonna be real tough.
The ladies.
Yeah, and Wesley. Wesley's probably gonna be last too, unfortunately. Troy's gonna be next because of her storyline importance. It overshadows Crusher's. Unlike a lot of people, I thought her powers were pretty useful. Mm-hmm. I felt that she was kind of sexualized, but but at the same time, all those uniforms she had made her stand out from the other members of the crew. Mm-hmm. At the same time, Troy, always had these side plots that always, were interesting and, it sparked debate. What happens if another telepath abuses their powers? How do you keep dealing with your like drop-in character of a mother every so often? What happens? What happens when amicable exes work together? Do you feel out the same feelings for that person after all these years? And that goes for Riker too. I'm not saying it doesn't, but it's just like Troy. It's just a sample of Troy's story. It's like, can a person who's designated to be a non-lethal or non-command-oriented personnel, and she was on the bridge because of her Beta Zeta empath abilities. But come on, she's the ship's counselor. Does that make her important? And there's certain times where she showed she was just as important. You remember Ro Laren?
Well, we'll discuss that later.
Yeah, but I mean, she showed how important not just her skill as a Starfleet officer is, but her rank too. She could lead, just like everyone before her. She's shown that she can lead the starship, a starship, if she needs to. So now, while a lot of people would underestimate Deanna Troi, I personally wouldn't.
Nope.
I just wish her moments of humorous snark and her moments of beat butt kickery like she did with Data as a fistful of Datas. I wish we had more of them because she was good when she was good.
Yep.
I wanted to put Dr. Crusher ahead of Troy, but there's more Troy than Crusher. But I love Dr. Crusher. She is a great character. She is kind of just a little bit flat, but I feel for her. She's like this very smart doctor, a blue lab coat. The only one who wears blue, and she just. She's very competent at her job. She's also a single mother. She has to deal with that at the first couple of seasons. She has to deal with her own issues with Picard. They were a thing before she got married. She pretty much, unlike Geordi and Troy, she pretty much goes underrated. But honestly, she's the freaking doctor. She is underrated backbone of that ship. So many people relied on her. Data relied on her. Geordi relied on her. When Worf got his back injured, he definitely relied on her. Mm-hmm. He almost killed himself if it wasn't for her. Mm-hmm. Picard relied on her and on that stupid heart of his.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, that was Pulaski.
Yeah. Well, remember the He died. He almost died, and Q showed him, and then he stabbed by an Nausicaan.
I think that was more Q that time.
All right, fair enough.
These labs exist all over the world. I don't even know how many.
Hitting
there are.
bunker labs all over the place.
So where's
And is she normal, or is she gonna still try to eat the world?
Resting in another room. She should wake up soon.
So, let's listen to this crazy as life backstory on how regular woman becomes a magical android.
She's an android that was created from the cells of countless warriors and brilliant researchers.
Wow.
Oh, she's
Even stronger than
she's
Cell
more than
ever
just
was.
one thing. She's everything. I get it.
Mary Sue.
Cell evolved through fighting
You want to get flame ward?
Right.
than the Cell we knew. But 21 is completely different.
Yeah, because she's like a Majin. Majins are like crazy powerful and somewhat indestructible.
And her most dangerous quality is her urge to feed.
Got it. Feed the
She can
need to
power
feed.
herself up endlessly by feeding on other creatures.
Damn. So she is an even bigger monster than Cell.
Hey, I see the blue screen of death over there.
Why does she absorb energy from other creatures anyway?
This is just a guess, but I think some of the cells in 21 may be going berserk. Her urge to feed takes on a persona that opposes
Guts and Griffith.
nature. That's how violent these cells are.
What do you mean? She has another violent persona lurking inside her?
Yes, we established this, remember? The
Yeah.
soul said, hey, yes,
Constantly
there's
trying to
something
surface,
weird in there.
She has to desperately keep pushing.
So too bad it's not an evil soul, it's just Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hiding.
So 16. What's up? Why would you
Yes, what is the relation, I wonder?
Because she is the one who repaired me in order for me to stop her from going mad.
Ah.
Yeah, that does sound like you. Always the obedient one, even when your leader's a total nutcase. I don't
Come on, there's gotta be more to it than that. Come on.
I find it annoying. I get the feeling you aren't just working with 21 because she ordered you to.
The silent treatment again. Looks like he's back to his old self.
Ah, I'm sure he'll explain the rest eventually. You'll just have to ask him later. More importantly, is there any way to suppress 21's urge to feed? We should start there.
Yes, just give her all the Snickers in the world. That should do it.
Using the link system.
See? Still good. Still good. The joke's still good.
All these fights are meaningless. Except for the one with Krillin.
Well, yeah. But we haven't met the rest of the characters yet.
Was invented by Dr. Gero.
Man, Dr. Gero really got around
Yeah.
in this game.
21 has used it in order to keep herself under control.
Huh.
So if I understand you, all she has to do is link up and that's it?
I don't know the details, but she said linking up is like
I mean,
rewriting
yeah.
one's mind.
Because
Ooh.
someone's just body jacking you.
Allows the linked soul to freely control the host's body.
I get it. Seems like a control system. It's an easy way to keep.
Man, can you imagine, like, Goku Black or Jiren getting body
Wonder
jacked?
that old
Oh,
freak invented.
freaky.
Yep.
Maintaining a link was harder than Dr. Gero originally conceived.
Yeah, with all those tet tubes and, diodes.
Circumstances.
Oh yeah, sure. Just turn it on and invade someone's body using your soul.
So even if the link is successful, most souls return to their bodies in less than a minute.
Wow.
However, in this case,
We have nobody to return to. That makes me scared.
Side 18 has managed to maintain the link for so long.
Because we're playing the game.
Yeah.
That's how let's go.
Yeah, doy.
Do you think 21 intended to try and utilize this soul's power?
It wouldn't surprise me. I am sorry I kept quiet about this for so long. The potency of your link.
Plus, it sounds like a crazy story. I didn't think you believe it.
Will you continue to lend us your strength?
Oh gosh.
I mean, going back to your own body would be nice, but
Yeah.
in this particular time, nah, that's not going to help, because guess what? We can do the best here, and we can also keep our body safe. If we go back to our body and there's a bunch of crazy Dragon Ball Fighter Z clones out there, how are you going to stop that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Really? You still want to help after hearing?
Yes, we're good guys. That's what good guys do.
Impressive. Talk about a good Samaritan.
Yeah.
So, no breaking the link until we defeat all the clones, right? So it doesn't matter. Our goal stays the same either way.
If 21's urge to feed grows stronger, you won't be able
Yes,
to
we know.
you are now.
But can androids get stronger,
So we need
like
you
training?
to get
Is
strong.
that the question? And I know there's a spoiler in there somewhere for the Universal Tournament arc, so
Looks
don't
like
tell
you
me.
really picked the
Alright.
short straw here. At least there's fighting.
Sadly, thanks to the internet and the Informational Emperor, and admittedly, the game I'm playing right now, well, not right now, but I had played, Super Dragon Ball Heroes, I kind of know more about the Universal Tournament arc than I should, and I still want to be surprised, so there you go.
I don't think we're just going to see too much of that, considering this characters that are released as non-DLC characters at the beginning.
Which one?
Jiren and Goku Black and Fuse Zamasu weren't in the game at first. So they're not.
Goku Black was.
Well, I don't think we're going to see him in the story, is what I'm saying.
Oh, well, you know what I'm saying. For my own personal benefit of wanting to watch the arcs and not getting spoiled, I don't want to know.
Alright, no problem. So, Crusher's so underrated. She is so funny in the Dancing Doctor. But, you know, what can I tell you? You know, it's like, it is what it is. And then, of course, Wesley. Not because everyone...
Shut up, wrestler.
Not because every Trekkie seems to hate him for some reason. It's because he has no extra character development after a certain amount of time. He does a lot for the show at first, but then that kind of tapers off. But that doesn't mean he's not a good character that's developed in later seasons. And then Tashiara is dead last because, you know, for obvious reasons. I don't even know where Shiara's story would have fit if they kept her. You know? Would she still have been Chief of Security? What would have happened to War? You know?
I'm sure, you know, they could have made it work because Worf's Worf. He's from a warrior alien culture. It was going to be fine with the story.
Alright, I gotta go. Oh.
Ooh, they almost messed you up, didn't they?
Yeah.
Getting a little tough, huh?
Yeah.
Well, use that awesome Android 16 super armor and grab and throw them around like Zangief. So you're surprisingly good at grapple characters. I'm almost a little jealous. I could never master that. I'm a good striker. I can attack from up close and at range, but when it comes to grabs, daggone, that's tough.
I got rid of the most annoying one. The rest of them should be pretty easy.
Ooh, don't underestimate Nappa. Trust me, you're not the only one with armor.
Yeah.
Clapper. So anyway,
Take your time.
so high concentration, or can you still go on with your list?
I don't think there's anyone left, is there?
Oh, yeah, you know, I think you got it. Time to move on to the extra lists of characters in the tiers, starting from the temporary members of Next Generation. So for this list, it's for people who aren't guest characters, but they're not regulars either. They show up, and they show up again every once in a while because they're awesome and they add something to the show, a little flavor. My number one from me, I got to say is Lieutenant Barclay. Because when I was watching Star Trek, it was like great. I enjoyed it. But I always thought to myself, man, these people are way too perfect. Why don't they have any flaws? Why don't they, fart or something? And, if I paid a little bit more attention, I could have realized that Deanna Troi had a few flaws, especially coming about her mother, and the mother's antics and all that. But, at the time I didn't realize that. Then here comes this glorious piece of neurotic mess. Reginald Barclay. He was a man who was good enough at his job, but he kept to himself. He was pretty much a loner. He was scared of everything, from transporters to what's another thing he was scared of?
Riker.
Yeah, I guess that's good enough. Scared from Riker to being transported. He was meek, not much of a backbone, and it was so bad. Even the most perfect of cultures, the United Federation of Planets, and the best of the best on the in the Enterprise, they couldn't help because of that demeanor to tease him and call him Lieutenant Broccoli. Even the captain, the defining captain of captains, who is the most professional, most tolerant, just the most extra of all captains.
He didn't even mean to. It just slipped out.
Exactly. Even he had the Freudian slip to call him Broccoli, and that was glorious. Someone so imperfect that even the great captain his shields were down just long enough to make that flub.
I will gotta interject here that I never watched the A-Team, so I am only going by TV tropes and third party discussions. But it's kind of funny how the guy who plays Howling Mad Murdoch plays this timid nerd.
And you want to know why?
Why?
Acting! And that's how you know you got a good actor, because you're right. He was the A-Team's crazy man. He turned into the inverse of that character for Star Trek, and it was glorious. But even though you would say, why do you think that guy is so good? I mean, he sounds like a wreck and everyone doesn't like him at first. But thanks to the great writing of the show and, Geordi LaForge in one of his many redeeming moments as one of the non-nerdly moments of not being a nerd, tried to make him come out of his shell, and he did in slow but sure ways. And now he became more confident. He was starting to be liked by people, and he even saved the day once or twice.
More than once or twice.
Oh yeah, definitely more than once or twice. But I'm being, humble.
Yeah.
So yeah, the Reg, he's number one, because not only was he imperfect in a world in a universe of perfect master class humanity, but he himself got a little less imperfect by the means of being him. He didn't change like overnight. It took many episodes to become a fully functional member of society, and he loved it. But he was still him, so I thought that was a pretty cool character. But let's see. Who's next? Lieutenant Rolaron. Well, Lieutenant Rolaron may seem like your standard scrappy, tough, doesn't want to be disrespected, has a tragic past, wears an earring, rebel. But I also like her because of those reasons. And I know what you're saying, that sounds like a cop-out, and it maybe a little bit is, but it also brings to light one of the best things that happened in Star Trek, Deep Space Nine. Because without her, we wouldn't have Bajorans, and without Bajorans, we wouldn't have Cardassians. And if we didn't have those conflicts, then Deep Space Nine wouldn't have been a thing. And despite the fact that her single inclusion into Star Trek brought forth all of that amazing, the fact that she was another character that was not as perfect as everyone else on the Enterprise, where she learned from people around her that you can be a little vulnerable, you can be a little kind and cultured, you could I mean, she wasn't a savage, give me a break, but, you know, she, you know, when things happen, she doesn't respond to them, you know, in a certain way. And other people learned from her, too, you know, after her first introductory episode, you know, even the captain understand that maybe she's not just wearing an earring to be disrespectful. Maybe that's part of the culture that's been horribly raided and raped and enslaved by Cardassians. So maybe I'll just let her wear the earring. So, there's that. Anyway, Lwaxana Troi, number 3. Because that lady is crazy.
Oh yeah, she's so funny. Fun fact, she's played by Gene Roddenberry's wife, Majel Barrett.
Also, fun fact, she was in the original series too.
Nurse Chapel.
Yep. It's good to have friend in high places, huh?
Yeah.
But again, she was another imperfect character that was like spontaneous and fun, and maybe not the most tactful character, but she was rich and entitled, so she could be whatever she wants.
Yeah, I did like how she got some good qualities about her.
Oh yeah, definitely, and maybe not so good qualities, but still. That was the spice of life, and she even had her own little story arcs here and there too.
Yeah,
I remember when she was kidnapped and the daughter by Ferengis and made naked.
yeah, the Naked Now. I remember that episode.
Though it wouldn't be the first time she got naked. She was naked at her wedding too.
Yeah,
She liked getting naked.
no, it was beta set culture. I never understood it. I thought it was kind of weird, but it's people's culture. What do you do?
Oh, it saves on a wedding gown, I suppose.
Yeah.
But anywho, that's it for now. I'll finish up next week if I remember. But we've come far and actually had some story this time. How about that?
Yeah.
I am super shocked and amazed.
Ow!
Oh wow! See this kind of pain you're suffering right now. If you were playing online, that'd be probably the combos you'd be getting smacked out with Frieza.
I know. I hate that.
Again, like. Frieza, you know, he's a cool enough character. I tried to be the Emperor of the Universe, but he is way too aerial for me. I don't got that to do.
According to some, he's low tier.
I'm sure he was up. I'm sure everyone who says he's low tier is for people who are mad that he got beat by Frieza.
Ah, darn it.
Almost. Not quite, though. But anyway, okay, people, here is the Omni Gamer's way of victory for fighting games. Write this down because if you are the master of it, you'll never lose. It is called using hard punch and hard kick repeatedly and don't get hit or blocked. That's all you need to do. And that's what saves my bacon. Oh, and super moves and ultra moves from time to time. And that's pretty much the way I play. And you know what? It's more effective than you think. I'm not gonna lie. It's not like I'm not Friday night fighting it, playing Dragon Ball Fighter Z's.
Attempt the link.
Ooh, attempt that link. I think this is the backstory.
Thankfully.
You're welcome.
I'm so sorry for all the trouble I've been.
It's okay. I mean, I would really like to get the whole story. Especially since we beat your pink butt in 2 chapters already.
Uh-huh.
I need to pull myself together so 16 won't have to worry anymore.
So we'll figure this out.
Yep.
Make no mistake, I didn't repair him just so he could worry.
Of course we knew that. We're not blind.
Yeah.
I mean...
Is it his job to stop you? What do you
repair
repair
for
him?
him?
Yep.
There was a time before I was turned into
What?
an android, when I was a mother and I had a son.
Oh, wow.
I have.
He became the model
Whoa.
for Android 16 and all that it would achieve.
Interesting.
Does that make her Dr. Gero's wife?
Huh.
I realized
Interesting.
that I wanted so badly to see him and have him by my side.
Interesting.
After that,
I thought they may have been married, but I could see that angle.
I wanted to treat him like family. And so, that is why I need to be stronger, so we may live in peace as a
Yeah, but you caused this. If you wanted to live in peace, why did you unleash this madness across the globe?
I have no
I
idea.
don't understand.
Crazy.
Crazy.
Yeah.
In the lazy membranzy. That did not rhyme, but whatever. All right, that's enough of that.
Yep.
I think that's more. That is the long overdue backstory. Finally got some. I'm glad. But now it's time to move on, get ventilated, because after doing some tests, I know that our fan that we use makes a lot of noise in the background, and that don't want it to have that distracting, so I had to turn it off. And now we're like hotboxing here. Good grief. This is like torture. But it's torture for all of you. And you're welcome. So until the next time, this is One Draw on the Gamer Boss Brawl.
Any information on True Backlash?
Telling you to stay tuned for the latest video game Armada transmission. Till then, though, take care.
Bye.
Bye.